the state of Illinois. This is the most wonderful day, a day that will go down in history. This is a day that a native son of Illinois, of Chicago, of Hyde Park, was elected, or sworn in, I should say, as the first African American president in the United States history. And the Chicago chapter of the National Black Nurses Association would like to take this opportunity. We are based in Chicago, your hometown, Mr. President, to congratulate you, to wish you well, and to reassure you that we heard the message that you gave in your speech today. We're engaged in the act of service, and we will continue to do that. And we are eager and we are ready to hit the ground running. So rest assuredly, we are waiting to work with you. My name is Bernetta Pearson, and I'm from the Chicago chapter of the National Black Nurses Association. And with me on the telephones this evening is Miss Janice Henry. She's also a member of the Chicago chapter, and we are here once a month to do our service. And our service is to bring you news and information that you can use to encourage you to have nursing as your career, to encourage you to make healthcare one of your, I'm going to say your number one priority, because without health, nothing else matters. We wish Senator Ted Kennedy well. He became ill during the festivities, during the dinner, and was taken to the hospital. And I understand from my watching that he had a seizure or some seizures and was taken to the hospital, and that he is at this time doing well. And those of you who have been keeping up with the news know that Senator Ted Kennedy has been battling brain cancer for some time, and his comeback just shows the evidence of what a fighter he is. We're going to invite you this evening to call in on this number, 312-738-1060, and share your thoughts with us about this momentous day. What does it mean to you? More importantly than that, following the dictates of our new president, what do you plan on doing as your part of service? What is it that you plan to do to help the president? He says he cannot do it alone, and he certainly cannot. That he needs the help of all of us. He needs us to come together as one, and each one of us do our parts. So call in and let us know if you're listening and you're not looking at the parade and the festivities. Call in and let us know what your thoughts are. Share those with us today. And what are your plans to do your part to help us get out of the mess that we are in? Janice, I think I'm trying to remember what chapter in the Bible the president was citing from when he started the speech about, I put away my toys and became a man. What was that? I can't remember. I wrote it down. As a matter of fact, I went to it, and I know it's verse 11. But at the moment, I can't remember the chapter. But it was a very, very good speech. And he asked that we be mindful of our responsibilities, that we pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and work together to create a better world, a better America. And he spoke not only to us, he spoke to the world today. The world was watching. The African country of Kenya, as well as probably the entire continent of Africa, was watching. And surrounded by family and friends, he took that oath. I must say that the Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court messed up a little bit. I'm sure you saw that. And Barack Obama, President Obama, laughed a little bit, but he corrected him. I think he's probably that type of person. And we got through that. So I salute you, Mr. President, and I never thought that I would see a day like this. And I will share my memories while I'm calling for you to share yours. And I remember being a community activist back in the day when President Obama was running around the city of Chicago, particularly the southeast side, being a community activist, and myself and my little ragtag group of people, we were on the southwest side, the community of Inglewood, and we were running around trying to be community activists, trying to make the world a better place. And if you've been doing that, then today was particularly meaningful for you when you think about where we have come from. When I remember when Janice, I walked down 63rd Street in Marquette Park, and the bricks were thrown, the bottles were thrown. Do you remember? The rocks. Oh, you're not. She's not as old as I am. Sorry. The bricks were thrown, the rocks were thrown, the bottles were thrown. We were cursed. I remember being arrested when the CSX Railroad was trying to come into Marquette Park, and we wanted some jobs, and we wanted job security, and we wanted assurances that the railroad would not pollute our community. And we decided that we would lay down at that time and not let them come until they respected us enough to give us some answers and some reassurances. I remember that. Hands behind my back, tied up, taken off to jail. If you've been through those things, then you really do appreciate the day and the struggles that you have gone through. I have a call, Janice. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Took me back some.
Thank you so much for calling in.
71st Street. Martin Luther King walked down there from Friendship Baptist Church.
Yes, down in Inglewood?
Yeah, right on 71st Street.
Right, right.
Off the ass, and we got stopped.
Yes.
And then they made other people like us, because I used to be a black
Turn
panther.
your TV down just a little bit.
I used to be a black panther.
Uh-huh.
Back in the day when you couldn't even go up on Ashland.
Mm-hmm.
And you go up on 72nd Street, get bricks through at you. We had to run from Bond up the Grade Center to Harper to get the kids out of school. Be fighting on Ashland. People don't understand right there on 71st Street where the Muslim place is now. That used to be a Nazi place.
I have not seen him, Munir Muhammad.
Yeah. Right
Is he
there on
still
71st.
around?
Yeah.
Okay.
He be on channel 19.
That's right, that's right. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, so I went down memory lane with you. I remember as a kid walking there.
Yes.
Yeah, but we blessed today.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. If there are any others of you out there that have experienced this to share things that happened to you back in the day, Martin Luther King, when he came to Inglewood, the gentleman was sharing his experiences and his memories. That's what makes this day so poignant to us, because we really have been engaged in the struggle. Not only have we been engaged in the struggle, but we are still struggling. Just doing this television show on cable access, ourselves and all of the other groups that come to you and present themselves and their information, and they ask for your help and your assistance. And what they're asking you to do is to help yourself, really. How hard can that be for you to begin to be healthy? You already know what the problems are. We don't have to repeat them. It's time for solutions. It's time for action. We have the right person in place, and he needs our help. He's not a magic man. And I understand, and I was very offended when I heard that the head of the, not the head of the Republican Party, but a gentleman who aspires to be the head of the Republican Party here in Illinois, and they want to make a comeback, sent a video to his friends for Christmas entitled Barack the Magic Negro. And that tells you right there that we still have a long way to go, that everyone is not on board. He is not a magic man. He's a man with a plan. And all he's asking for is help for us to help ourselves, because we ultimately will benefit from that. The world will benefit from that. Call us at 312-738-1060 if you have memories of the good old days, or I can't call them the good old days because they were some hard days. They really were. But they were meaningful. And all of it was not for naught. All of that, all the way back past Martin Luther King, all the way back to the beginning, was leading up to this day.